Hello everyone, we are from Globe Strikers. In this video, we will explain about supply chain management. Enjoy in our video. Supply chain management. What is the supply chain? The supply chain is critical part in operation management. It involves activities or process to produce and deliver products and services from supplier to end customer through manufacturing process, physical distribution, and cash. Component of the supply chain. First, supplier. Second, manufacturer. Third, end customer. There are four flows which connect these components together. First, flow of physical material from suppliers to end customer. Second, flow of information back and forth along supply chain. Third, cash flow from end customer to suppliers. Fourth, reverse products return from the customer. The importance of the supply chain. First, reducing company cost. Second, provide value to company's customer and provide right order in the right time and the right place. Third, building good relationship with all parties, supplier, producer, and final customer.
Supply chain example. Consider a supply chain model of a bakery who sells a variety of cakes, and this baker is one end of a supply chain. In this case, supplier is a wholesale food distributor that provides ingredients such as cream, sugar, and flour. The bakery is the producer who turns ingredients into a variety of cakes. The bakery is operated by an owner who is the retailer and who sells these cakes to the customer.
Supply chain management. What is global supply chain management? Global supply chain is a dynamic worldwide network when a company purchases or uses goods or services from overseas. It involves people, information, processes, and resources involved in the production, handling, and distribution of materials and finished products, or providing services to the customer. Global supply chains are networks that can span across multiple continents and countries for the purpose of sourcing and supplying goods and services. Global supply chains involve the flow of information, processes, and resources across the globe. Low-cost country sourcing is linked to global supply chains and refers to the procurement of products and services from countries with lower labor rates and reduced production costs than that of the home country. Global supply chains product design often uses inputs from around the world. Some manufacturing and service activities are outsourced to countries where labor and or materials costs are lower, products are sold globally. The complexity of global supply chains. What is the complexity of global supply chains? First, language and cultural differences. Secondly, currency fluctuations. The third one is political instability. Moreover, the fourth one, increasing transportation costs and lead times. And lastly, increased need for trust amongst the supply chain partners.
The next one is value of information technology in supply chain management. The first one is increased production control. Use of information technology in supply chain management provides improved visibility and accountability. In order to bring efficiency to the total production process, it is important that the manufacturing companies have a clear sight into the current stage of in-production products, foresee any potential problems or delays they might face, and be able to align production schedules accordingly. Use of technology can bring the necessary transparency into the whole process. It allows the manufacturing companies to have a better control over product flow and information flow across the supply chain. Number 2 is better inventory management. Maintaining optimum levels of inventory is a challenge faced by all manufacturers. While excess inventory leads to risk of waste and for an increased need for working capital funds. Too low of inventory may lead to stoppage in the production cycle and of losing business through stockouts. With the use of technology, manufacturers can create adaptable business processes that provide flexibility to handle varied demand situations. The analytic will help you achieve financial goals with predictable success by managing your inventory and sales orders effectively. Number 3 is increased cooperation between supply chain partners. With the IT-enabled real-time information sharing, manufacturers can increase the collaboration with their key partners.
Supply chain disruption. Supply chain disruption is any sudden change or crisis on local or global that negatively impacts to the process. There are many reasons impact supply chain. Could be natural disasters, transportation failures or delays, and pandemics. In a recent month, how COVID-19 has impacted global supply chain. The facts, more than 200 of the Fortune Global 500 firms have present in Wuhan. It has been the hardest hit for companies whose supply chain is reliant on Tier 1 and Tier 2. Suppliers in China are likely to experience disruptions in several ways. Many countries instituting lockdown to avoid virus spread, so it makes more difficulties for freight carriers to deliver goods. It gets less demand for some companies like fashion suppliers and skyrocketing demands for select companies like medical suppliers.
Types of supply chain management. First one is vertical integration, second one is horizontal integration. Vertical supply chain management is an arrangement in which the supply chain for the company is owned by that company. Usually each member of the supply chain produces a different product or market-specific services, and the product combine to satisfy a common need. This structure still persists in some companies. Vertical integration enterprise may grow from an entrepreneur base by adding departments and the layers of management or through mergers and acquisitions. For example, in an attempt to create a self-sufficient enterprise, Ford owned iron ore mine, steel mills, fleets of ships, manufacturing plants, and also showrooms that built and distributed the Ford cars. Horizontal integration. It is an expanding of a business by acquiring a similar company in the same industry. It is contrasted with vertical integration, where companies produce different items which are related to one product. The company may do this via internal expansion or merger. The process can lead to monopolies if a company captures the vast majority of a market or for the goods and services.